So I just want to start off by saying congratulations to our outstanding Kiwanis advisor, Mr. Vita. So been announced at DCON. And so for a lot of you know that throughout this whole past year, our main goal was to get Club of the Year, which was the best club in the Florida district. And on Friday, I got an email with the awards list that they had everything typed up. And I was downstairs and I was scrolling through, and all of a sudden I got to the section that said Key Club of the Year. And I was like, oh, I wonder who got this. And it said Manatee High School. And so Manatee High School Key Club was the Key Club of the Year for this past year. So we were the best Key Club in the entire state of Florida. So congratulations to everyone, and thank you for all of the help and support you've given us. It means the world to all of us. We wish we could have been at DCON in person and could have been running around screaming up on stage together, but everyone is so, I'm so thankful for all of the support that Bradenton Kiwanis has given our club. So thank you. We also had, this is my entire list of awards that our club won. So we won a whole lot of things. We were a Distinguished Club Diamond level. We won Key Club of the Year. We had 3rd place Kiwanis Family Involvement, so thank you for that. We won 2nd place with our single service project, which was Stop the Bleed. We also had 2 distinguished class directors, so Natalie, who's on the call with us right now, and then Zoe Thornton, who's actually president for this next year. We had a distinguished editor, distinguished secretary, distinguished vice president, distinguished webmaster, and then I was a distinguished president. And then I also was awarded the G. Harold Martin Outstanding Club President, so I was also ranked the #1 president in the entire state, so that was so special to see. I started crying as soon as I saw that. So thank you for all the support that you guys have given us with that as well. We had a bunch of other awards, and I won't read them all off, but thank you for everything. And then another one we won was we got 1st place for Trick or Treat for UNICEF fundraising. And so I know throughout the month of October, we asked Bradenton Kiwanis to help support us with the orange boxes for Trick or Treat for UNICEF. So I think a lot of you donated to that as well. So thank you so much, because that helped us win 1st place. So, thank you. Right now, just a Key Club update. So I'm the current Lieutenant Governor for Division 17, which means that I oversee 11 different Key Clubs within Manatee, and with all the Key Clubs within Manatee County, and then Booker High School, which is also in Sarasota County. So I've now grown up, so I'm no longer the Manatee High School Key Club president, but I'm still very involved with Manatee, and you'll still see me at everything. But now I work with all the different clubs and Kiwanis clubs within the area. So it's exciting. Another update on what our club is doing to try to, during this time of craziness, we're having some meetings on Zoom, so that way members can still talk to each other and we can still present ideas. We're currently making cards for nursing homes, because one of the our club members, her mom works at the Braden River Rehab Center, which has been hit extremely hard. And so we're making cards to help try to bring some positivity to that nursing home, because they definitely need it right now. Another idea that we're working on is the Freedom Gathering is a place on 14th Street that gives out lunch to the homeless population. They give it out every day before coronavirus, and what they would do is they would always have brown paper sacks that they would pack the lunches in, and then they'd hand them out. And instead of just giving a brown paper sack that's ordinary and doesn't have anything on it, they always love to give out message bags that have inspiring messages and positive notes. So our club is also working to continue to make positive paper bags with flowers and hearts and positive messages. And then once it is safe to do so, we will donate those to Freedom Gathering, so then they can use those to donate to distribute with their lunches when that time's available. Natalie, do you have anything else to talk about, like what our club's doing or anything?
Just that like Madison said, we're doing meetings on Zoom, and we're having a board meeting today, actually, I think, at tonight. And then also we're just trying to figure out how to have a banquet and how to make things special at the end of the year for our seniors, like they should be. They shouldn't have to miss out on everything this year.
So we had 7 different seniors throughout this past year, and most of them have been members for all 4 years. So it's really, we wanted to try to make it as special as it can, considering that their graduation was supposed to be in 2 weeks, and it's now been postponed till August 1st. And these are just crazy times, and we're trying to do everything we can to try to help support everyone um, the best that we can. Another idea, since our district convention was canceled, we were actually able to cancel the shirt order that we'd ordered for DCON shirts. So we're going to be donating that money to local to relief efforts within our community to try to help out as well. So that'll be around $430 that we'll be donating to. So just another update on just how online school is going. It's crazy. I'm not the best with technology, so it's really interesting to try to have to navigate how before I used to have see my teachers every single day, and they would be able to help explain to us our assignments, and now I have to read directions online and try to figure out what to do from that. So it's definitely a crazy time. Some of my teachers do conferences every day through Schoology, which is our online platform, and like I said earlier, it actually crashed this morning, so we weren't able to hold some of our conferences. So the technology just keeps going in and out, so that's crazy as well. Some days are better than others. In the beginning, it seemed like we had a whole lot more homework than we do now, but we're making the best of it. We're hoping that we can start back to school back in August. So fingers crossed. We're making the best of it, and it's all good. There's been so many different things that have been canceled or postponed, and it's hard. Our prom was supposed to be this next Saturday, so we're not having prom anymore. I was actually supposed to be flying out to California on Sunday for our international science competition, and that was canceled. Our Key Club International Convention was supposed to be in San Francisco, and Natalie, Ariana, and I were supposed to be flying out in July for that, and that was canceled. So it's kind of sad to see everything be canceled, but it's for the best of everyone. My heart just goes out to all the seniors who've had their proms canceled, graduations canceled, grad bash, like everything. So it's an interesting time, but we're making the best of it. Natalie, do you have anything else or Ariana, do you have anything to comment on that as well?
No, I think it's weird times that we're in, and definitely my heart goes out to all the seniors. I don't know if you guys want an update on what the Florida district has been doing for service projects, but currently our governor is Joey Chen. She's from Division 18, which is the Sarasota. But her project is Keys for Kids, which focuses on empowering the youth, making sure that they know that they're being included. So this year is definitely going to be an interesting year, to say the least. As executive assistant, my job is to really guide and track all 43 lieutenant governors. So I work very closely with Madison, and I'm very excited to work with her, and hopefully I will be able to attend more meetings and be able to get to know all of you. But thank you for having me.
And so our governor's project this year is, like Ariana said, Keys for Kids. And so we're going to be working really closely with the builders clubs and the K kids within the area, because we want to try to help inspire the younger generation. Another idea that we're trying to work with is, I know my mom's a 3rd grade teacher at Palmasola. And so she was saying that she even has a need for this, and she knows other teachers are as well. That right now teachers are having to videotape themselves doing everything and putting it onto the online platforms. So one of the ideas that she had was to have us film ourselves being guest readers. And so if we have like a children's book, to film ourselves reading the children's book and then be able to send it to the teachers. And then they'll be able to put it on their online Schoology platform. So that way it saves them about half an hour of having to read a book and record themselves, since it'll be other people doing that for them. So if anyone's interested in that, I know my mom and her team at Palmasola Elementary School would also be willing to have that as well. So that's another way that we're trying to help work with our governor's project, which is Keys for Kids. So any ideas or suggestions of things we could do, please let me know. We're trying to make the most of it, but we're in interesting times. So
Madison, do you mind if I jump in for just a second?
Please, go ahead.
So just to put things in perspective a little bit on the accomplishments of the students this year, in the club. As most of you know, I've been doing this for longer probably than I can remember, and it's it's been an honor to be able to do it, and it's really I've gotten much more out of it than I've put into it. But I will tell you that right from the get-go, a little bit more than a year ago, when Madison took over as president, she set goals. She put people in charge of things. She delegated. She just stepped in and did things that people that are 20 years older than her don't know to do. And the folks that she put in charge of things, and the way that they stepped up to the plate, and that it all just came together. Whether they were officers of the club, class directors, committee chairs, whatever, everybody understood the goal, everybody knew the goal, and everybody supported the goal. And that's what made it happen. So in my years of doing this, we've never been a club of the year. I think we may have had one other outstanding president. And when you go to a key club convention, you walk into the Rose in Shingle Creek in Orlando, which is where it's been for a very long time now. And you walk in, and the first thing that you'll notice is you walk into this banquet room that's got 3,000 kids in it, 3,000 students in it, and they're all very accomplished, all very special students. So to be recognized as the outstanding club is really a very, very special thing. And then to be, recognized as G. Harold Martin, outstanding club president of all the club presidents in the state is just amazing. It's an amazing, amazing thing. And I just, I know Madison's not going to toot her horn that much on it. So I felt like I needed to jump in and just let you all know that this is really very, very special. And it was special right from the beginning when we sat down, set goals, executed and did it. And I can tell you that there's, in all my years of doing this, there's just never been another year like this. So congratulations to Madison and all the others on the call that were a part of it, and everybody at the club. You guys did an absolutely wonderful job. If you recall, we recognized Mr. Mills with a Hickson this year. He's our faculty advisor, and this doesn't happen without him. He's not on the call today, couldn't make it, but he just really, is the day-to-day guy that's there, and he does a fantastic job, and we're very blessed to have him. So congrats to everybody. Thank you all so much as a club for putting that out in front of us and allowing us to do what we do. Not only at Manatee, but all over the county with our K Kids, with our builders clubs, with the other key clubs that we were able to help out with. This club is very, very, very unselfish in our support of these student leadership programs. And we're known all over the state for what we do and how many clubs that we support in these student leadership programs. And it's something that you all can be very, very proud of as to what we do. So with that, I'll shut up.
And one thing too, down in the bottom of your screen, if you want to, there's a little thing that says reactions. And if you click on that, you'll see where there's little clapping hands or a thumbs up. So if you want to applaud, just click on the little clapping hands icon, and that's kind of fun to do if you can figure it out.
And like Mr. Vita said, we had goals. So last year, at the very last day of district convention, our officer team, we sat down with Mr. Mills and Mr. Vita, and we made an entire list of all of our goals for the year and everything that we needed to do and everything we wanted to do. And the officers, they probably got annoyed with me from time to time, because at every single board meeting, I'd have this huge section on my agenda that would be like in all caps. It'd say, we need to get club of the year, or we need to have all distinguished officers. And so thank you all for putting up with me for this past year. I know I was very passionate about it, we'll say. So thank you. But it's just been so amazing to be able to accomplish so much within this past year. And thank you all for all the support and everything that you've given us. We couldn't have done it without you. So thank you.
Thank you. Mike. Did Mike have to leave? It's almost 12:30. He may have had to go already. Well, Madison, we thank you, and Ariana and Nicole. A really great job you guys are doing over there. And you know, we want you to know that we will continue to support you from now till whenever. So get your people in line and make sure that they're all set to go, Madison.
Okay, I will.
Don't let them get any slack. I guess if Mike's not there, then does anybody have any questions for Madison or Nicole or Ariana or John? You'll have to unmute yourself because you're probably muted.
Just to let us know how we can be more interactive with her and everyone else. What more can we do?
Okay, thank you.
And I like the idea of reading to the kids and sending the videos. So if you'll share with me who your mother or if there are any other teachers that would like to have that, if you'll send that to me, I'll share it with everybody.
Okay, thank you.
How they can do that.
Hey, this is Alex. I'm Madison. I just wanted to say thank you for all the times that you've attended our satellite club meeting. I feel like most members don't know this, but yeah, you and your mom attend most of our satellite club meetings, and we appreciate always seeing you and having you be a part of the satellite club. So thank you for that.
Thank you for inviting me. I always have so much fun. I always look forward to Wednesdays because it's always so much, it's so exciting to be able to go to a Kiwanis meeting because I don't get to attend the Tuesday meeting since I have something called school. So it's nice to be able to get to go to the Wednesday night one. So thank you.
Anybody else? Okay, well, I'm going to turn it over to Gilbert. Are you still there? Let's see. I've got him. Okay. Hi, Gilbert.
I'm here. I'm ready.
Okay, Gilbert's going to present our history. He's continuing the tradition there. So you go on and explain what you're doing and then go ahead and share that.
Okay. And I just will say I don't see Dave Bassett online because Dave's going to share this with me, but I don't believe he's online today. So I'm going to go ahead and continue reading the history of the Braden Kiwanis Club from the book I'm writing, and we're still in 1922, and I'm going to begin off with to celebrate the establishment of the Manatee River Kiwanis Club in Manatee County. The club organized a formal event for Friday evening, September 29, 1922, at the Braden Women's Club building on Manatee Avenue. William A. Manning opened the evening by welcoming everyone and introducing speakers, Senator Doyle E. Carlton, Elon Rood, M.O. Thomas, and Robert M. Bell. A toast was made and the club was christened as the Manatee River Kiwanis Club. The Evening Herald reported that there was considerable speech making, but none of the addresses were too long and none tiresome. After receiving the visitors at the Manna Vista Hotel, which was the gathering point, the entire party went to the Women's Club, where the ladies had a fine chicken supper in readiness. W.A. Manning acted as Toastmaster, whereas the program menu had it Roastmaster, but Bill is a gentle roaster, and his pleasant quips brought smiles and laughter and left nary a sore spot. On October 3rd, 1922, at the regular Tuesday luncheon meeting at the Braden Hotel, members of the Manatee River Kiwanis Club observed Fire Prevention Week. Captain W.W. Carnes from the Bradentown Fire Department told the audience that most fires were the result of carelessness, and last year's losses in the United States exceeded $500 million. The club passed a resolution to present to the Manatee County School Board, encouraging teachers to teach fire prevention and safety and practice fire drills. The frolic feature of the luncheon included a skit of the trial of George Duncan, who was accused of overeating large amounts of chicken at the ladies' night on September 29, 1922. The charges were brought by the prosecutor, Dewey Dye, and he was defended by President Talent. After a considerable amount of advocacy between the actors, the audience, and the participants, Mr. Duncan agreed to pay for 2 chicken dinners. On October 10th, 1922, at the regular Tuesday luncheon meeting at the Oaks Hotel in Palmetto, the Manatee River Kiwanis Club welcomed Scoutmasters Roland Shannon and John Bennett, who talked about the success of the Boy Scouts of America program in Manatee County. Both Scoutmasters emphasized how the principles of scouting are so important for young men. The club also welcomed new members at the meeting, including D.M. Courtney and F.D. Waite from Palmetto, and Edison Curry and Roland Shannon from Bradentown. On October 17, 1922, at the regular Tuesday luncheon meeting at the Braden Women's Club building, members of the Manatee River Kiwanis Club listened to Congressman Herbert J. Drain from the 1st Congressional District discuss recent legislation. And finally, on October 26, 1922, at the regular Tuesday luncheon meeting, the members of the Manatee River Kiwanis Club voted to endorse the Bradentown Board of Trade's proposal for the city of Bradentown to build a municipal pier and waterfront recreation park north of downtown Bradentown. The Board of Trade's plan would improve the bank on the Manatee River by eliminating the muddy flats of seaweed and rocks which extended out 100 yards from the shore. And we'll continue this next week.
All right. Thank you so much. Appreciate it, Gilbert. We have a long history, and 2022 will be coming up here very shortly. Also want to mention real quickly, one thing Mike didn't mention is that this month we have to do our elections for leadership for next year. We're still waiting on the governance committee to get together and provide us with the slate. Hopefully they'll have that for us next week so that we can put that before you. And it'll also be a time that if you wish to nominate yourself or someone else, if they're not on the list already, that you'll have that opportunity to do so. And our speaker next week will be Brett Pollock. Some of you know that last month after the state started to shut down everything, he went to Tallahassee for a couple of weeks and was manning phones and working with the emergency operations system up. He's going to come and talk to us a little bit about his experience up there and what was going on, and a little backstory to everything that was happening. While I know that's pretty much it. Does anyone else have anything they want to share? You're good? I can't believe it. Nobody has anything they want to say? I mean, today is Quarantino Cinco de Mayo, so what's up?
Brought to you by Corona Beer.
All right, Mac. Well, I will say something about Cinco de Mayo. I decided to wear this
All
shirt.
right, there you go.
Tacos and hot sauce and guacamole and everything on it. I am celebrating Cinco de Mayo.
It's amazing how that stuff just splatters and looks just like the stuff you're eating.
Where are you going to go, Alex?
Well, normally I have my birthday party on Cinco de Mayo because my birthday is tomorrow.
Right.
I always call it National Hangover Day because it's the day after Cinco de Mayo. But yeah, I don't know. My wife and I are having Taco Tuesday for dinner tonight, and that's the only plans.
Do you
Happy
want to
birthday.
say? Do you want to say anything about your meeting tomorrow? What you got planned?
Oh yeah, well, I mean, we don't really have much planned except for the fact that it's it just perfectly fell on where my birthday is the satellite Kiwanis meeting, which there's nothing I'd rather do than, have a satellite meeting and see everyone's faces, and all we really do is update each other on how we're doing, and kind of it's just like a quick 40-minute kind of just time for us to see each other, and everyone gets about 2 minutes to speak, and we just make sure that everyone's doing okay and update us on what we have going on. So we would love for any member of the main club to join us and give us an update on how you are dealing with dealing with the lockdown that hopefully is going to end soon.
Well, and just so you know, I know the question's been asked about when we're going to be able to get back into the hall, and the last thing I heard was maybe September, because they're probably going, because of all the different theaters and everything else, and their chiller being down, and I guess just as an overabundance of caution, they're going to wait till probably like the third phase of opening for the state. So at this point in time, it looks like September, but you never know. Things change every 24 hours.
Yeah, and if anyone does get to the point, because I don't think, because of the size of the satellite club, we're obviously much smaller. So if anyone has we're probably going to open up a lot earlier than the main club is. Basically, we're going to follow whatever the guidelines are. But hopefully by next month, we'll be able to actually have face-to-face meetings, because the restaurants will then be open. And, we might make some changes where we'll start meeting outside. If that's what we have to do so that we can actually meet again. And of course, we'll maintain social distancing and do all the proper things, and we'll follow the proper procedures. But I don't see any reason why the satellite club shouldn't be able to get back to normal meetings earlier than the main club is. So just so everyone knows that as well, if you are missing your seeing other Kiwanians fix, we can help you with that.
Okay, very good. Sounds like a wiener.
I mentioned something, Mac?
Yeah, absolutely.
Sort of on the topic, sort of off the topic. Did anybody happen to watch the show All Rise last night? Has anyone heard of it? It's a show about a judge and how she runs her courtroom. Judge Smith, I don't know whether you had seen it, but the entire show was done in lockdown. They used this platform that we're using for the entire show. Now, I don't know whether or not they take the show after, the lockdown started, but awesome. Awesome. They even had a court, they had a trial set up in just with what we're doing right now, like this. It was pretty amazing.
Wow.
Very cool.
So, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's on demand now. You can go watch it, but it was pretty cool.
Go watch it.
It's something for the future,
I've been spending most of my time watching Netflix, so I don't watch too much mainstream TV anymore. Okay, well, if nobody else has anything else, I'll leave this up. You can talk to each other after I close out, but I do realize at the beginning I forgot one important thing. We are adjourned.
All right. See everybody next week.
Bye.
Y'all have a good one. Be safe.
Bye, everybody.
See you later. Hope to see a lot of you tomorrow. See ya.
Take care. See you all. Bye-bye.